to episode 764 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, September 3rd, 2021. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. I'm Will. We got Mark, Pat, Wes, all the boys in the house today for this fine Friday. I'm excited. I haven't heard, what did you guys talk about on the extended Florida Man Friday? I haven't even heard yet.
We talked about
Florida
shootouts
stuff.
and public masturbation.
Oof.
And
Love Florida masturbation.
Yeah. What else?
A lady that farted in the Dollar General.
Wow.
And then
talked
threatened
about-
to gut the guy that made a comment about her fart.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like all of those. I mean,
She went to jail.
I'm excited. Remember, patreon.com/hardfactor. Check out the extended Florida Man Friday. We're going to talk some Florida Man today as well, though.
We also talked some personal wasp stories again, wasps and hornets.
Oh, nice.
And
Wes has
flooding
got some good
in
ones.
flooding in New York and New Jersey. Hope everyone's okay there. But
Oh yeah,
uh,
Pat, you're not totally underwater when I'm looking at
Dude.
you right now.
45 dead in the Northeast from floods.
That's-
Oh
sucks.
my goodness.
Yeah, it's bad.
In honestly,
Oh.
not that big of a storm. The storm just dumped a lot of water in an hour, and it messed a lot of places in New
And
Jersey,
It was
Massachusetts,
a flash
Philadelphia.
flood, basically, right?
right, people
major
weren't
flash
prepared,
flood.
right? Like it wasn't
York
like
City?
Yeah, they're not used
people
to
were,
this shit.
were in
They're
their
not used to flash
cars
floods up
and-
there.
There's no place prepared for 3
It was like
inches in
Sandy's.
an hour.
Right.
Sandy's probably like the last time it was like a real bad flash flood, huh? Like in the
Yeah.
city.
They said
Yeah.
the damage could be worse than Sandy in some places.
Ooh,
Wow.
no, that's not good.
Mm.
That's not good. I think when we get to voicemails and reviews at the end, we'll talk a little bit about rain again.
Yeah, more Ida.
Fucking rain.
Ida was a bastard. Might I say a cunt?
Yeah, I mean, we reserve that word for
Can
only
say
the
it.
worst, and
Yeah.
I think Ida definitely
Okay.
fits the bill.
Yeah.
Fits the bill there. Again, today we're going to talk about some recurring trenders in the cup of coffee, some boob jobs, some Florida Man, of course, and then voicemails and reviews. Anything else, fellas?
My mom called me yesterday and let me know that she listened to the last week's show where I was saying, what did I do to piss everyone off when they were giving voicemails and reviews? I came around on Pat. My mom said, just want to give you a tip, hon. Of the 4 guys, you talk about sex the most, and that might upset people. So maybe back off that. And I was
She's
like, "Thanks,
saying
Mom."
that all your penis and vagina stories is what people
I guess so, Mom.
might make them nervous.
I
Your
don't
sexuality, your raw sexuality.
I don't know. That was her tip for me.
I don't think she's
Thanks,
going to
Mom.
like to use the word to describe Ida. I love you, Mrs. Cassidy. I'm sorry for the language.
Yeah, and don't worry, Miss Cassidy. I'm going to take the cake today on talking, on
Yeah, you're doing
misogyny
the boob job story.
and sex.
We'll
stuff,
do the
yeah.
lifting, heavy lifting today.
Yeah,
There we go.
Thanks, guys.
There we go. Pat's off the hook. Don't forget, download the Green Room app by Spotify. You heard Pat talking about it at the beginning of the show. What the Fuck Wednesdays, live at 5 p.m. Eastern every week. Speaking of crazy stories, it was shitting this week, or dirty stories. And so what's next week? Camping or sporting events? We're going to go a little bit more mainstream. Camping or sporting events?
Are you talking about shitting at camping?
No,
camping
no.
or shitting at sporting
We're
events?
throwing out
more
the
shitting.
Oh.
We're throwing out the coming and shitting stories.
Well, there might be some shitting in the voicemails.
Camping, sure. Camping or sporting events next week, because I think those were 2 of the front runners this last
We
week.
call it on Monday.
Okay, we
I
can
like
call it.
I like funniest like sporting event story, whether you were playing or
Yeah.
witness.
Well, because I mean it's first. Well, we'll get into it. You guys ready? You guys ready to do the news?
Mhm.
Sure.
Let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, trending news. It is September 3rd. The holidays are Bring Your Manners to Work Day. So everybody, be mindful of your P's and Q's tonight. National College Colors Day. National Day of Prayer for Victims of Hurricane Harvey. Okay. National Food Bank Day. National Lazy Moms Day. National Skyscraper Day. National Wear Teal Day. National Welsh Rare Bit Day. And Penny Press Day. Penny press is in like I think those are the things that used to,
Yeah.
you make a penny with, like a penny press,
They're at like
those are
every New
cool.
Jersey truck stop.
Yeah,
Yes.
truck
Stop.
stops.
You spend like $1 on a penny that you flatten, so you spend like $1.01.
Yeah.
What's up with Welsh Rabbit Day? What is it?
Welsh, yeah, let's see. Welsh Rare Bit Day. Is that like a dish?
It sounds like it. Rare
Rare
bits.
You know those famous Welsh dishes.
So famous for their cuisine.
You guys ever used to on a railroad track flatten a penny that way, like a coin, put it on the
Oh,
railroad
that's
track?
cool.
Yeah,
No, but I
fun.
wish.
that was fun.
That was like a more of a '90s thing. You had more time in the '90s than we did.
Yeah, as before cell phones for sure.
Well,
when you
yeah.
used to walk around and find
guys ever
railroad
put a-
tracks in the
You
woods.
guys ever put a mannequin in a railroad track?
Yeah.
Mm.
What movie was
Is
that from?
Stand By Me?
Good son.
Good son. Oh,
That's
nice.
they do it on the highway, but
No, they
same-
throw it
same
off
kind
an
of thing.
overpass.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. The highway. Yeah.
They also shoot a cat with a bolt gun, Mark.
That was the good old days, man.
That kid
Well,
was
not
fucked
shooting
up.
cats with bolt guns, but
And you
Should
know what
have called
happened
it the
to him?
bad side.
You know what happened to him? He got dropped off a cliff at the end.
you know what? When you're a little kid walking through the woods, like so bored, you think you're not gonna miss those days. You do. Those are great days. Enjoy them.
I pretty much do the same thing I do today that I did then, which is just walk around, rip heaters.
Yeah. Start fires.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you don't miss. Well, you're still living the dream. Okay, moving on. Today in history, September 3rd, huge day in U.S. history, boys. I'll tell you why. 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed between Britain and the United States. Obviously, that's after the Revolutionary War, making us, badasses, owners of the own country, the USA. There, and then 100 years later, a little over 100 years later, 1894, September 3rd was the first time Labor Day was celebrated as a legal holiday in the United States.
Oh, wow.
So pretty big, celebrating the labor for the first time. They were like finally got out of like the 70-hour-a-week factory shifts and got Labor Day. So that's good.
I don't think they were out of them. Well, I think it was let's just give the boys and girls one day rest and
It's
then
like a carrot on a stick.
throw them right back into the 70-hour work week.
Yeah. But then, like, I think eventually they got like some rights, right? There was like a book about a meat packing plant or something that like did something big.
The
back
jungle.
then. Yeah, right. Okay, and then another 100 years after that, like 80, and then first time we landed on Mars was something. The Viking 2, NASA's first robotic spacecraft to land on Mars, landed on Mars on September 3rd, 1976, and then we've just like kept sending up more advanced rovers.
Those images look similar to what
Yeah, we haven't gotten
Isn't that upsetting? Actually,
much further.
It is.
It's the
That's
same
actually
as
better
today.
than what we got.
No. Today's is sick. Today, like I just saw a video of the new one, like boring a hole in a rock that it's then gonna like do the samples of. The new one is sicker, but it's not.
Put that picture back. Are we sure that's
It
not
looks-
Arizona?
Yeah,
That's
that
a
looks,
good picture.
That looks cool.
That
Right,
looks
so-
like Earth.
In 45 years, we've gone from pictures of Mars to pictures of Mars.
To slightly more advanced instruments that yes also take the pictures of Mars. But we're making progress, guys. Moving on to the trending news. Sorry that Mars. I'm sorry, Mars just isn't. I'm gonna find a space one that does it for you guys eventually. Don't worry.
The guy that can't get autopilot to stop running into police cars on Earth is sending us to Mars. Is that
It
correct?
happened again. It happened
That's the
again.
plan.
Yeah,
I know
keeps
Elon's Teslas,
They keep running into anything that has
but they
flashing
look,
lights.
but they're really slick looking cars.
But
I
he's
parked
gonna
next
get
to a
us-
Tesla today,
He's
and I
gonna
was like,
get
damn.
us to Mars.
Oh man,
That's a
God
slick-looking
forbid
car.
someone drops someone else off at a rave in a Tesla. It's gonna be a mass casualty situation.
Oh, it'll just drive straight through everybody.
The
Yeah.
dance floor.
Gotta watch out. Okay, moving on to trending news. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Honorable mention first up from Down Under. So I gotta switch hats real quick, fellas. Here's a clip out of the Atlantic about the newest thing happening down under. And it's real bad, mate. I'm gonna read it with an Australian accent to try to soften the blow. Intrastate travel within Australia is also severely restricted, and the government of South Australia, one of the country's 6 states, developed and is now testing an app, smartphone app, fellas, as Orwellian as any in the free world to enforce its quarantine rules. People in South Australia will be forced to download an app that combines facial recognition and geolocation. The state will text them at random times, and thereafter, they will have 15 minutes to take a picture of their face and the location where they are supposed to be, according to the government. Should they fail, the local police department will be sent to follow up in person. We don't tell them how often or when, on a random basis, they have to reply within 15 minutes, said the Premier, Stephen Marshall. I think every South Australian should feel pretty proud that we're the national pilot for this home-based quarantine app, he said, while he was menacingly laughing. because that's the fucking craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Australia is making you check in with the government on your fucking phone.
You know what that
Not
is?
only that, but did you hear the end of that? They're like, if you don't comply and don't send the picture proving you're at your house, we're gonna send the police to find you. We don't know where you are though. We're just gonna send them on a wild goose chase
We're gonna
to find
fuck
your
you
ass.
Yeah, with guns and handcuffs.
We definitely know you're not at your house, so we're just gonna send them around to your favorite spots.
No, they have your
Ask the
phone.
neighbors.
They have your phone geotag, Mark. So
Oh
you
my
have to be
God.
in the app. They're gonna know where you're at. They're gonna send a fucking car to where you're
To the
at.
bar. They're gonna
Yeah.
send the cops to come get you at the grocery store.
Dude, Australia is insane. That is some fucked
Those are
up shit.
literally probation rules. That's what happens when you're on probation.
It's an ankle bracelet, basically.
Well, they're back to day one in Australia. It sounds like.
Are
Penal
they
colony.
just I mean, are we paying someone down there to just, try this out to see how crazy it gets?
yeah, it's the CIA. That's what people.
Yeah.
I see some people think, or China.
gotta
like
give-
Yeah.
it's a
you
testing
gotta-
bed.
Yeah, they're testing how bad it's gonna get.
You got to give them a little bit of slack, though.
That sucks for Australia.
Yeah.
They're the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Well, they did start out as a penal colony.
They're an
That's what I said.
island.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of
Back to the
island slack. Is this within the the acceptable amount of island
No
slack?
way, dude. This is so fucked. That's so invasive. First of all,
Crazy.
the government making you have an app that geotags you and has access to your phone and speaker at all times.
Did you
I
say
mean, like,
within 15
they-
minutes? You could be taking a
the
shit.
NSA already can get the back door to all of our phones, but this is just like, you're just openly having to register with like the NSA. Basically,
It's wild.
Everybody is on house arrest.
It's a giant
What
leap
if you're having
to the
sex?
what everyone's worried about in America. It is what it is. Like that.
Terrifying.
I think they're worried about it
Absolutely
over there too.
Well, they are worried over there, but it's like it is that state of like control, the New World Order that everyone's talking about.
It
It's
is,
just
dude.
right there.
That is conspiracy theorists are going to be
Yeah.
having a field day with this shit.
Yeah.
Are we sure this is real, Will?
It's for real, dude. That's in the Atlantic. I would like it. Yeah, I'm sure it's real. Number 3, the Slate. And I think you know what I'm talking about, fellas. The Slate is back. College football, all teams playing. You know what I'm talking about. NFL isn't here this weekend yet, but college is. All the teams playing. Unlike last weekend when it was just like the opener up teams. Also, don't want to let all the footy fans are in for some luck because there's Leeds versus Liverpool Saturday morning. Also, all the other Euro
That should
leagues.
go great for Leeds.
Liverpool's going to smoke Leeds, but also all the other Euro leagues, like soccer leagues, they play their games spread over Saturday and Sunday morning, so you can watch footy all morning and then college football all afternoon and night. It's 12 plus hours on Saturday of nonstop college football. If I was going to be manning the remote instead of tailgating at the Rose Bowl, I'd be going to watch Penn State versus Wisconsin, starting off at noon Eastern. Then I'd go to
who you got in that game?
Penn State. It's won 4 in a row, I think,
Ooh.
against Wisconsin.
I got Wisconsin.
But Wisconsin's like a better program overall. It seems like. I don't know. That's a good game to start because it should be competitive. Bama versus the U, which Bama will crush them, but that's right after Penn State, Wisconsin. You get a good look at Bama. Then dinner, little break, and then you wrap up the night flipping between. This is Saturday. This is tomorrow. Georgia versus Clemson. And LSU versus UCLA, which will end about an hour apart from each other. Congrats to you. Congrats to me. Congrats to all of us. That's a lot of great football to watch all day Saturday.
Also, if you want a little taste of some real talent tonight at 5 p.m., Virginia, maybe 6 p.m. Eastern, maybe 5 p.m. my time. North Carolina versus my Virginia Tech Hokies. Go
Oh,
Hokies.
shit. The Hokies?
Oh,
They're kicking it off Friday night?
UNC's ranked number 10 in the country, and Virginia Tech's not ranked, so that's gonna be tough.
Key game, Mark.
It's a key game, baby.
I
Key
saw,
game. Key game.
I saw a guy at Costco today, and he had one of the the giant carts. It's not a normal shopping cart. It's just like for industrial cart.
Yeah,
And he was like, I mean, he had like 24 packs of Coors Light, Miller Light. He had sodas.
yeah.
Like he must have been asked like, where's the party at least 10 times while he was carting this thing around
Tailgate
today.
king.
Yeah. Oh, he was ready.
UT is at home against the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette, so they better win that game because the Cajuns are one of those like out of conference teams that like could actually surprise you. So
They're
It's
ranked
a
23
week
and 24.
one FCS game, right?
No, I mean they're both ranked. No, they're both FB1. Raging
Since
Cajuns.
you know what it
I don't know.
is.
Well, they're
Horns
ranked.
down. I
don't know
hope
if they
the
are.
Cajuns win.
They're ranked number 23 in the country. They're ranked. So they're ranked, I think, ahead of Texas, or they're right behind them. They're 23 and 24.
I feel for all the UT fans because I lived in Austin for so long, but I love when Texas loses because
Their big opener too. It's the best.
it's so funny. The whole city just deflates.
It's the best.
It always
It
happens.
happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, every year.
It happens a lot.
The big opener. Just,
Since the first year we moved here when they won the championship with Vince Young, it's been
That's
Yeah.
right.
uphill. It's been tough sled.
yeah.
That's right. Okay, moving on, but congrats. Everybody, we made it. Football season's back officially. Number 2, Senator / President Manchin of West Virginia trended again because he did the same thing he does every time he trends. He released an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal explaining why he's out on another aspect of the Biden agenda. This time, it's the $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation package. And I don't have a Wall Street Journal subscription, so I'll read the snippet that AOC quote tweeted, since I'm guessing AOC also doesn't have a subscription to the Wall Street Journal. So this is what she quote tweeted. What's this guy's name? Sahil Kapoor tweets an excerpt from the Manchin op-ed. Quote, I, for one, won't support a $3.5 trillion bill or anywhere near that level of additional spending without greater clarity about why Congress chooses to ignore the serious effects inflation and debt have on our existing government programs. So, Manchin, it doesn't sound that crazy, but again, he's going against the Biden agenda, which he's already done on killing the filibuster, court packing, and the voting rights bill. So this is now the 4th time that Manchin will basically block a Biden agenda.
No, he's basically dead center. It's hard to call him a Democrat. He's like right. He's like right.
He's a West Virginia Democrat.
He's a traditional
Yeah, he's a
Democrat,
West
though.
Virginia
Like
Democrat,
his dad hung with Kennedy. He knew Kennedy when he was a kid. There was like a picture of Kennedy hanging in his home growing up. Like,
Well, have you heard
I think
of
it's his job to be a contrarian in the party,
Yeah.
right?
Have you heard of his current living situation in DC?
He lives in a houseboat.
He lives in a
Yeah,
houseboat,
almost
and
heaven,
everyone on both sides that like to party go to his houseboats. Like you've got
Well,
like,
especially
Pete Buttigieg over there, and then Ted Cruz apparently is sucking down like a beer every 30 seconds. Like apparently when Cruz goes over there, he gets ripped.
the people who are there the most though. The senators from
Kavanaugh?
Arizona,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cinema and Mark, the astronaut.
It's like their little Havasu.
Well, but
Party
the
on
thing,
boat.
yeah. So, but those are 3 Democratic senators who are the ones who will be in the middle and be contrarian to the party, right? Like you were saying, Pat.
Yeah.
So
On the houseboat, which is more interesting, it's super dope because they have to just be there for like a little bit, right? And some people get houses, some people stay in temporary housing. Houseboat, I think his houseboat costs like $220,000, which you couldn't get a house in DC for. So it's kind of like a perfect, it's perfect right down the middle solution.
well, and you
between-
can ride the Potomac back home to West Virginia.
I
Yeah, I
kind
don't
of
know
want to
if-
get a
I don't know if
house.
he can.
What's his
Yeah,
thing
you
called?
can,
Almost
for
Heaven.
sure.
Isn't
Yeah,
this place
the
called Almost
Potomac-
Heaven? Or
Almost Heaven is the name of the boat.
Yeah.
The Potomac goes to West Virginia. It's yeah.
Oh, I know. I figured there's like, it might be tough
It's a
to navigate a
mobile
boat
home.
all the way there.
No, I
some
think he does. He
rocky
actually
spots.
goes up the river.
That's awesome.
heading out.
Yeah, Manchin's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's having parties, and Chuck Schumer's going to be mad at him. He's going to have Chuck over to the boat for a margarita to be like, I'm sorry, Chuck, because Chuck and Nancy are going to be upset. Okay, number 1, the cream of the crop today, it's Lil Nas X again. So Manchin, again, he's a recurring one. Lil Nas X again, a recurring one. To announce the official drop date of his new album, Montero, Lil Nas X released a promo photo of himself, quote unquote, pregnant with the album. Here's one of the pictures that has many Lil Nas X haters very fired up. Whoa. So you guys see that? What he's rocking there? Just a male pregnancy. With
Hell
his
yeah.
album. Yeah.
It's like a beer belly.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like there was that one by the pool. There was another one of him in like some furs and some rose petals and whatnot. Obviously, the Lil Nas X people who get upset were upset. Taking it to the internet, Dollar tweets, Lil Nas X is about to make Boosie get a brain aneurysm. So,
Why is that?
I mean, you don't remember? Remember the last time Lil Nas X did a photo shoot? Boosie went off about
Who's Boosie again?
Lil Boosie.
Little Boosie badass.
Boosie Badass from Baton Rouge, the rapper. We covered it on the show. He did a rant about it was like a homophobic rant.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
with, I'm with you.
I can't
Wes,
remember
don't-
it all.
Yeah.
Boosie's
Right, Boosie,
old
right,
school.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't remember it at all.
He's been to jail.
I said I can't remember it all. I just don't remember that one.
Yeah, well, it was on the show like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Well,
Well, and I don't remember yesterday, so
All right, and that's today's cup of coffee in the big time, which was brought to you fittingly by Talkspace, where feeling better starts with a single message. With all that's going on right now, taking care of your physical and mental health is more important than ever. When you're at a low point, you might feel alone, but over 50% of Americans struggle with their mental health. And I know whenever I feel like I'm at the end of my rope and I can't find any answers on my own, I'm always glad once I've taken the important step of asking someone for professional help with whatever is getting me down. Why torture yourself when Talkspace makes it so easy to reach out to a qualified counselor from your phone at any time? Whether you're experiencing depression, anxiety, or other problems, Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issue. Thousands of licensed therapists are available for you to match with Talkspace therapists or experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more, to help you start feeling better. Start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code HARDFACTOR, all one word. That's $100 off when you use code HARDFACTOR, all one word, at Talkspace.com.
Real quick before we
Boosie.
move on, I really hope for Boosie's sake
Yeah.
that the pregnant man emoji, we're supposed to find out if that gets approved.
I thought it was approved, right?
it was in the finalists in July.
I was excited because it looks exactly like me.
Yeah, the pregnant man.
Yeah, I'll be using it a lot because it
Yeah.
literally they have a mustache on it.
Shoot me that. Text me that when
Just
you
show
get
it to me.
if it
Is
gets
that going to
dropped.
be used like when we're like super hungry after like a big meal? Be like,
Yeah, and they put a mustache.
Probably
It was
most
awesome.
regularly?
I ate a giant Jersey Mike's and ooh.
Yeah, the pregnant man, then a toilet, then
Yeah,
the
I
X
gotta go.
symbol.
Yeah, I think it was a play on that, Pat. I think it was a play on that. The pregnant man emoji. I don't know if it's not out yet. You're saying?
I look and I can't see. It's supposed to know in September. So
I'm gonna try to text it to the group right now.
Also, while you remind me, I need some help because I'm not good with the pictures and the images. But Dooley on the Discord is looking for a Tiz image so we can get our personalized Tiz emojis on the Discord. So if anyone can help him out with that,
help him out.
You got to have a Tiz reaction.
we can drop Tiz reactions in the Discord.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, guys. It's Friday. It's been another long and productive week here at Hard Factor. And I'm going to do a story about boobs. So you're welcome. And guys, there's an old saying that you can't keep a good man down. But have you heard an even better, lesser known saying that goes, you can't keep a good rack down? You heard that one?
Well,
In my mind.
yeah. I don't know if I've heard it in person, but right, it really hits.
Right, it hits. You can't keep it good. It means when the woman has a
Sounds
great rack, no matter how hard she tries to hide it or wear conservative clothing or whatever measures she takes to keep that great rack down, she just can't keep it down.
You can't keep it down.
And everyone, once in a while, a
You're not
rack is.
fooling anyone.
just go with it, honey.
You're not keeping that thing down.
Can't keep those down.
Can't keep that down. Every once in a while, a rack is so great that even after a woman decides to do the unthinkable and have a medical procedure to reduce the greatness of her rack, that woman's body, with the help of that rack's original creator, God himself, says, not on our watch, lady. You may have not liked this rack, but everyone else around you did, and you just ain't going to keep this rack down. And then the rack... And then the rack, even though medically reduced by some sadistic and really in the end masochistic too, and clearly blind doctor. And in fact, here's the doctor that did it. There's him with his seeing eye dog. So even with all that,
what an angry man he must be.
These are gigantic tumors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good save, Pat.
That's how she tricked him into it.
Yeah.
yeah,
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
There was no doctor that would have taken this case.
none.
Oh, we really got to get to these pretty quick.
Yeah, you had to find the only blind doctor out there. So even with all that, this rack grows right back to its old glory and forces the woman to walk into a store and say to the retail girl, I never thought I would say this again, but can you please point me to the 36 e-bras? And that's what happened to this woman, Bethany Lyon, a 24-year-old singer and dancer from Los Angeles. She paid $10,000 for a breast reduction to turn her E-cups into C-cups. There she is after it. Yeah, there's her C-cups.
No, those aren't C-cups.
Yeah, those are pressed together C-cups.
Okay.
You think
Yeah.
so?
This is a little after God took his hand and the growth came back.
Maybe on
Like
the moon.
like a lizard losing its tail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It came right back.
So according to the New York Post, here's a little video of her answering questions about her boobs journey, and it's pretty gripping stuff, if I must say so myself.
I'm going to use this to answer a couple of questions. So I was 22 when I got my breast reduction, and my boobs grew back by the time I was 23. They started growing back after about 3 months, and by like 8 months post-op, they were pretty much back to the size that they were before.
Okay, I'm just going to pause. I mean, this is incredible. It only took her rack 8 months to reclaim what this doctor had taken from it and start controlling this woman's life again. It's incredible. Just
Did you get
amazing
the
stuff.
warranty
What warranty? No, I don't know.
on the surgery?
She's
No.
like,
Right.
it only,
No.
she's like, it only took 3 months for doors to start opening for me again, literally.
Exactly. Started getting rolls again.
Guys opening doors for her. She's getting free jewelry.
Yeah, the extra rolls. I mean, that's a big perk.
Yeah, it's a big perk.
So, hold on. She 8 months and they grow completely back.
Yeah, here, there's more to the video. Hang on.
But she got, like Pat said, she got them off to begin with because of the weight that they were bothering her back.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
assuming.
get why she got it.
Medical
Well,
reasons,
the
yeah.
crazy reason she said. Here's the rest
She was
of it.
too loved.
Fun fact, I was under contract literally 2 months after my surgery, which was not a great idea. I'm a singer and dancer, and I was in the wedding singer, and literally by the end of the contract, I ripped out of my costume because my boobs were growing so fast. Like, my whole dress just busted open at the seams.
I don't think she knows what the
Jeez.
wedding singer is. There must be a remake or a Broadway version
Musical singer dancer.
of it. Okay. Because
Yeah, she's
that was in the 90s, I think.
nature has a way of doing that. You know what I mean? Nature will right its wrongs. Nature will put the ship back on course.
Look, it's like a forest fire. It scorches and then it heals itself, right? So her breasts are like a forest fire, kind of.
Okay.
Oh, that's an expensive forest fire to do on yourself.
Right. Yes, it is. You guys need some water. You want me to keep going?
Let's hear what she has to say.
Okay.
I'm a completely open book about literally all of this and the whole experience. So if you have any other questions, literally just let me know. Like, I'll answer anything.
Nice.
So there you have it. She's an open book. Ask her anything. Maybe we should do a full interview soon.
We know you're an actress. We know you'll answer anything.
Yeah. Now, according to this is from the New York Post. According to the New York plastic surgeon Dr. Douglas Steinbreck, it is possible for breast tissue to grow back after having a reduction. Saying, "quote changes in weight, pregnancy, stress, illness, and shifts in hormone balance can all create restrictions in the body." He also added, like we said, that nature just sometimes heals itself, and the greatest of boobs kind of act like that forest fire was talking about. First there's destruction and then new growth, because the forest thrives in the end, just like Bethany's rack.
Science
Bethany-
needs to study her boobs.
They-
She's got a regrowing ability that science should take
Nah,
notice.
Listen, this
I
can help
think-
cancer
no,
patients. It can help everyone.
Yeah.
I think this happens all the time. I'll be honest with you.
It's
I've-
rare than you think.
No, really?
Yeah, it does happen.
I think it happens a lot because like there's chicks who get breast reductions and then like you see them later and you're like, whoa, those boobs are still real. They're full.
Yeah, I mean, like the doctor said, if you maybe some weight gain or stress, I don't know. Bethany said she initially got the surgery because of back pain, and for some unknown reason, she was embarrassed to have such a perfect rack, and I guess it got in the way of her dancing a little bit. You saw the rack picture. There she is before. She said, quote, I was always a little embarrassed of the size. People commented constantly, and it felt like that was all people saw about me, and all anyone associated with me was having a big chest, to which the reporter said, I'm sorry, I drifted off there for a second. Would you mind repeating that last sentence? So she also said that while she was initially glad to get that breast reduction, Bethany and I wanted to pass on this message to all women who are thinking about getting a reduction. She said that the recovery process was painful, and I quote, it felt like my skin was ripping apart. You hear that, ladies? It felt like my skin was ripping apart. So clearly not worth it, ladies. And look, you spend 10 grand all for nothing. Why risk it? Bethany says for now, she's embracing her old/new rack, as you can see by her IG account right here. Those are some of the most recent. Oh, that's not the one. Damn it. She has an IG account with some very racky pictures. But when I went on her IG, I saw that someone had already sent her a message from our main account. Somebody was horny on main. It says, really enjoyed your New York Post article. Very brave of you to share that. Wow. So
Who was
I don't
that?
know who. I don't know who was on our.
So somebody already did it. Wow.
Yeah, somebody was on our horny on our main. I'm not sure who it was.
Definitely couldn't have been Wes for sure.
It couldn't have been me. I don't know who's horny on the main. I kid. That was me. But hey, now we follow her. now we follow her, guys.
Oh, good.
So you're welcome.
Hey, where did you put those IG pictures you screenshotted?
God, I have them on my other computer.
Just saving them on your phone, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Was that tissue paper behind you? Or was it?
So
She said runny nose today.
She said she might consider another reduction in a couple of years, but we all know what a big waste of time and money that was the first time. So there you go. You just can't keep a good rack down, and that's that.
People are asking for Feel Good Friday stories. I mean, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. You're welcome. And I'll tell you what, guys, for nights where you just can't stop thinking about racks that regrow on their own or whatever else keeps you up at night, nothing can help you get to sleep quicker and stay asleep longer than a great mattress. And that's where Helix comes in. 1 second, you're saying to yourself, 8 months? Jesus, wow, 10 grand. Damn. And then the next thing you know, you're waking up feeling refreshed and ready to attack the rack. Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you, your
Don't
body.
You think, and I'm not a doctor, but if she got the perfect mattress from Helix, maybe her back wouldn't hurt as much.
Oh, yeah. We should send her one.
And then everyone wins.
Everyone wins. Yep. We should just send her one. Start a GoFundMe.
I think people are definitely sending her Helixes.
Yeah, they are.
Whatever she wants.
She's getting gifts.
She's got an Amazon wish list as long as the fucking Constitution. So you're getting a mattress that you know will be perfect for the day, the way you sleep. Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that. So they have several different mattresses, models to choose from: soft, medium, firm, even Helix Plus mattresses for guys like us. I took the quiz. I was matched with the Midnight Luxe mattress because I wanted something soft, and I sleep on my side, and, hug the pillow. And it's the best mattress I've ever slept on. No bullshit. So if you're looking for a mattress, take the quiz. You order the mattress, you get matched to it, shows up right to your door, shipped for free. And Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick for 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. So that's pretty good. Just go to helix.com/hard factor, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you with a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix is offering $200 off on all mattresses and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/hard factor. That's helixsleep.com/hard factor for $200 off and 2 free pillows.
Nailed it. All right. Let's take it around the world because it's
time for the Tik Tok International Moment.
Go. Thank you. Okay, let's take it to China first, unfortunately. The manliest country in the world has put a nationwide ban on effeminate men from appearing on television. I'm, of course, talking about China. First, it was video games. Now it's potentially gay men. Not on TV. Broadcasters must, quote, resolutely put an end to sissy men and other abnormal aesthetics, according to a Chinese TV regulator who used a slang term for effeminate men, the niang piao, or literally girly guns. No girly guns on Chinese state TV. The crackdown, guys, comes as China continues to attempt to tighten social control as part of what President Xi calls national rejuvenation. And
His big guy program.
yeah, rejuvenation.
He's a lot like Trump, like with the worshiping guys with big shoulders. You know,
Yeah,
look at the shoulders on that guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, except they're like he's like lock him up and study him. He's like, it goes to the extreme.
It's a tough thing to kind of identify. Like who's where's the line? You know what I mean? Like, is it?
Oh no, China's getting psycho with it. Like they like want everybody to act like Sylvester Stallone. I wonder though if Lil Nas X is actually a CIA plant against China.
Who knows? I mean, what if
he's the anti-China? Really?
What if you're straight and you have a lisp? Are they going to take you off TV? I don't know.
Yeah, in China, it's got to be perfect.
Guys, the crackdown comes as China continues to attempt the tightened social controls, as I said, and perhaps was spurred in part by the popularity of boys' love dramas, which are TV shows where the male characters keep flirting with each other but never actually bang. And that's most likely because before this ban, there was already a ban on LGBTQ stories in general, which is why Bert and Ernie are noticeably absent from the Chinese version of Sesame Street.
They're not even allowed to show gay people on TV?
No stories. You can be gay on TV, you just can't do anything gay.
You go
flirt with each other.
Wait, what?
That's the best genre ever.
Yeah, the boys love drama.
Known gay character, but you can't do gay stuff.
Yep. So that's.
I guess we better go home to our wives. Wink.
Right. Exactly. It's a real. Batman and Robin before. What happened recently.
It's a Robin. Yeah.
But no. Yeah.
What's his name? Bert something.
I forget. But boys love dramas. Yeah. Have kind of tried to circumvent the law. So it's like these good looking gentle looking like K-pop looking stars. But
yeah.
Obviously Chinese, and they're flirting with each other. And they get about as close as they can, but then they go home to their ladies.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So they like the Snickers commercial in Spain.
They love the Snickers commercial in Spain.
China's been this way though. They are so like they're so conservative. Like when it comes to like anything regard like they're very very conservative nation.
Yeah. They're very concerned about soft boys in their community.
You're talking about the one child policy and all that stuff. And
all right, guys, it's Friday, so let's take it to Florida. Something special we do on Fridays at the Tik Tok International Moment. Florida diner owner Angie Ugarte has a message for hungry Biden supporters who are interested in eats from her DeBerry diner, and she posted that message right on the front door of the diner, so it's plain as day. And here's how it reads, guys. If you voted and continue to support and stand behind the worthless, inept, and corrupt administration currently inhabiting the White House that is complicit in the death of our servicemen and women in Afghanistan, please take your business elsewhere. God bless America, and God bless our soldiers.
Letting
Strong
it be
message.
known.
Strong message. Angie told Fox 35 Orlando, quote, "It was the only thing I felt I could do." There has been no word, however, on whether or not Angie knows that talking to people who have a different viewpoint than her rather than isolating herself from them is also a potential option. But we'll keep you updated.
Did she give any updates on the sales? I had seen that some people saw the sign and got upset and walked away. Was there any sales indications?
Oh, you know what happens when you say something that's very divisive.
She got more business.
She got more business, yeah. Yeah. So
You think
Angie
there's
went
a
on
bu-
to say,
you think there's a bunch of people that really like her food and they go in there and act like super conservative?
I was
Right.
gonna say they put on a USA hat or something.
Yeah.
MAGA hat.
Yeah.
I just love the fucking food there. Yeah.
Right.
Biden, am I right? God, I wish I got Chinese channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See the news out of China.
I hope that's happening.
I can't wait to shoot my gun and go to church later.
Angie went on to say, quote, if you really, really still stand behind what's allowed this to happen and the way it happened, which was unnecessary, then I really don't want to be associated with you in any way. And I certainly don't want your business. So that was kind of her final word. The policy will undoubtedly be especially tough for area communists, though, who are most certainly still aligned with their leader, Comrade Biden, but also crave traditional communist cuisine, one of which dishes happens to be DeBerry's Diner's specialty. As the website boasts, they have the tastiest Cuban sandwiches in town.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Big
That's
claim.
what I'm saying.
This is tough for communists all around because Cuba, first of all, they had some problems earlier this year, and then now China, they're very, very communist, but also extremely socially conservative. So communists are just getting the short end of the stick all over the place.
I agree. It's going to be hard for them.
This is the classic problem. It's like when the Michael Jackson song comes on, you're supposed to not bop to it, and she's got the best Cuban sandwiches.
Which isn't, I was surprised honestly when I heard it was
tough.
Cuban sandwiches.
It's morals versus, cravings.
No, Cubans fucking hate Joe Biden. Isn't that the case? They voted against him too.
Yeah,
Yes,
in the
what's it
Miami.
called?
Yeah.
The
Masvidal.
Patriots hate communism. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole convoluted
It's a
motherfucker.
circle.
So
We should all just eat Cubans together.
that's
Yeah,
what-
I mean,
down.
you'd think that would just be
Calm
the key.
down, everyone, yeah.
Everybody just eats Cuban. Yeah, just let's
Um,
share a Cuban.
Yeah.
yeah.
Next
take the
time you
sign
get in a
down.
political debate with somebody in the streets, just say, "Hey, wouldn't you rather just share a Cuban with me?"
I bet if we had the best Cuban in town, we'd both be a little bit calmer.
Yeah.
Let's finish this over a Cuban.
Yeah.
I'll split it.
We'll split it, yeah.
I still agree with Biden, but I really like those Cubans. They're
You just have to pretend you're a MAGA guy for 2 seconds.
Pressed perfectly.
easily the best in town.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take it to Poland. The promotional face-offs ahead of a match for Polish MMA outfit High League got very tense and frankly sexy this past week as Iwa Brodnik handed Angela Bogus a gigantic dildo during their ceremonial weigh-in. Holding it up to her mouth like it was a dick microphone first, and then
Does
rubbing.
this look familiar? Does this look familiar to you?
Right,
Is this what
exactly.
you want?
Yeah, and then rubbing her nose in it like it was a spot on the carpet that her dog soiled.
What was the point of that? Is it-
Highly offensive.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, she's shoving that cock right in her lips. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So that's a sexy pick,
It's
honestly.
an invite. Yeah,
that's
it
an
is.
awesome pick.
That's a great pick. So, like, what's going on there? Are they just trying to turn people on, or is this like to sell fights? What do we?
Well, there's a real quick clip. Let me play it for you.
taki pas z noty firmy Everlast.
She's hiding the dildo
Dobrze.
behind her
Malik
back.
postanowił tutaj nie będzie...
There she goes. Puts it right in her face. Oh! She throws it back.
All right, so the girl on the right's a lesbian, and she put a dick in her face to piss her off, right?
Well, I don't know, Wes. I don't speak Polish, so I couldn't understand what was exactly going on. But when I imagine that when Brognika said to Bagus when the dildo met her cheek, something to the effect of, "I bet you like that, don't you, dick face?"
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I imagine it was something like that. You want to
mean-
talk to that dick, Mike, don't you?
I mean, I'm like, where can you buy this fight?
Oh, it happened already.
Shit.
Who won? The lesbian one?
Yeah, it was last week, right?
Unfortunately, the dildo tactic proved ineffective as Bagus absolutely pounded
Oh, the
Brodnika.
blonde chick. The blonde chick did look way more fit. Honestly, if you put the still pic back up, I'll pull it up. Look at the chick with the dildo. She has no ass. Look at that. She can't squat for shit. There
She's
ain't
got
nothing
like the
going on there.
Superman 2 panties.
Yeah, the blonde girl was always gonna kick her ass.
Yeah. Not the ones that you would buy for your girlfriend who's a Superman 2 fan, but the ones actually in Superman 2.
In Superman 2.
Yeah.
It is the Superman 2 outfit.
Is she the bad guy? Is that her alter ego? She loves the bad guy. Zod's main chick from Superman 2. General Zod's side piece.
Yeah. Bagus didn't like it. She threw the dick right back out at her and said, "No, it's you who likes it."
And she got the dub.
So there you go. She got the dub 3-0. She's got a 3-0 record now. Third round
Just
TK.
like Mark Wayne.
Just like Mark Wayne.
Nice.
My fighting days are over. Yeah. Guys, it's crazy how fast the prices of just about everything are rising. Gas, groceries, clothes, you name it. And all the experts are saying It's only going to get worse before it
Including
gets
Manchin.
better. Don't like that. I've been looking at all the ways I can personally cut costs, ways to save where I can, and I started with auto insurance, and I started with Gabi. Shopping for auto insurance sucks. I get it. So does Gabi. That's why they do all the work for you. Things that would take days or weeks, Gabi does in minutes. I remember I used to have Geico. I'd call Geico, and they'd be like, "Let me call you back with a quote." Not Gabi. They're going to get it right for you. It's the best. Gabi uses your current policy to compare your current coverage to the top 40 insurance providers like Progressive, Nationwide, Travelers, but they do it quick. And they're the one true comparison platform with fast verifiable quotes, not ballpark guesses, which is how it makes it different. Gabi uses your current coverage status to show policies that are the same or better than your current coverage, many of them at a lower price, and Gabi's free to use. And they never sell your info, so no spam or robocalls coming your way. Gabi helped me find the right policy, so why don't you guys check out if Gabi can save you some cash? Kate was very happy to know that we saved, I think, $22 on our previous policy.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty good.
Nice. Adds up.
Yeah. I think it was something about her being a veteran. She doesn't like to say it, but I like to say it whenever it comes to discounts. So
Yeah. Go. You got to pull that card. You got it. If she's like too embarrassed to ask for it, you got to make sure every time you go somewhere.
I
Pat,
do.
Well,
I
let's
pull it up.
see.
Pull
I
it
mean,
up first. Like,
what-
excuse me, is there a veteran discount?
What model car is it? It's not the tank she used to drive around. The actual tank.
It's not the bus that she used to drive in Marja.
Or the Blackhawk that she flew. It's a Civic.
It's a Buick. You know that. Anyway, it's not me who loves Gabi, guys. Gabi's been featured in TechCrunch, Forbes, USA Today. So start saving on your auto insurance today. Go to Gabi.com/hard factor, one word, to start saving. It's totally free. That's Gabi, GABI.com/hard factor, Gabi.com/hard factor.
Okay, guys. It's the last weekend of the summer, right? Football's back. Fit boy or fat boy fall. We might do both. Are coming up. But what a summer it's been. And one of our favorite sponsors of all time. This might be the last time you hear us talk about them for a few months. But Bird Dogs. They are the most comfortable shorts any of us has ever worn. Anyone that bought them, you're welcome. Okay. Everyone, 100% of people have had rave reviews. Most people go back and buy extra pairs. They are the short with a built-in silky soft liner. They also have pants.
I need
guys,
to buy
for
more
the fall.
pairs before our deals run out.
Absolutely.
gotta
They
get
also
in
have
there.
pants. You can go golfing in them, go to the bars in them, go anywhere. So it's not just shorts. They have the best pants too, but they do have the most comfortable shorts. They stole Lululemon's designer, just plucked them right up, and they're doing it better. If you're not wearing Bird Dogs this summer, well, then what the fuck are you doing? Every dude needs a pair of Bird Dogs. Did Bird Dogs do it again, or did Bird Dogs do it again? If you go to birddogs.com, enter promo code FACTOR, you'll get a free Bird Dogs whistle ball. It's one of those Nerf Vortex Howler footballs that you can throw a country mile. And yeah, they put a Bird Dog logo on it, so genius. That's birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, and boom, a free Bird Dogs whistle ball with your pair of Bird Dogs. You will not take these things off, I promise you. So there you go. And today we're gonna end with voicemails and reviews, as we always do. Only got one 5-star review, so please, yeah, guys, come on, guys, girls, hive guys, hive girls, we gotta step it up on the 5-star reviews, please. We need more of them on Apple Podcasts, so steal some people's devices, whatever you need to do, but leave a 5-star review. Download the Apple Podcast app, even if you don't listen to it there. Leave the review or delete the app if you want. Here it is. Scotty73, 5 stars, says, "Come cuck the news." Truthfully, the only way I consume news now. Imagine how good the show would be if the host had talent. But this has been the soundtrack to my morning walks for a while, trying to get a jump on Fit Boy Fall. So we got one person in on Fit Boy Fall. Keep doing what you do and have a great fucking day.
Hell yeah,
So
Scotty.
great review,
Beautiful.
but we need more of those. Come on. Okay.
Scotty's the man. Hey, by the way, Scotty, make sure you get into that patreon.com/hard factor. If you want to get in on the next Fatathon, it's going to run Labor Day through Thanksgiving, I think is the rough timeline. So next week through Thanksgiving.
Greg Rowley on the Discord is running that. Is that correct?
Yeah, he was the last champ, and he's much more responsible than all of us at keeping that Excel going. So you can get your stats. Greg will be hooking it up.
Okay. Beautiful. We have 6 voicemails. So let me see.
Hey guys, it's John from Michigan. So I was just up at the bar for happy hour, and me and my wife were sitting there talking, and there was a guy that walked in next to us. And we're sitting there and chatting, and he starts up a conversation with us. And the next thing I know is he's telling me about these UFOs flying over the Romulus airport back in the 60s and how he was a teacher there and there were weird things happening. And then he turns around and he's got one arm. So I just finished talking to a one-armed man about UFOs in the bar at 7 on a Friday night. So I'm wondering, have you guys ever had any weird encounters with strangers at the bar during happy hours? Have a great fucking weekend. Bye.
Indeed.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I was saying I was going to find some space stories for you guys that you might like. I'm going to look into this Romulus airport.
Saw you taking notes. I mean, that's a great conversation to have. I'm happy for him. Do you guys have any off the top of your heads?
I think some of the funniest ones I've always had. So I think some of the funniest conversations I've had at bars have always been with like regulars on slow days. Just because, I don't know, people come to bars every day. Like they have a lot of good stories themselves. But I think that the funniest thing that I always run into at bars that you can constantly, you can set your fucking watch to it. Bitcoin guys, Bitcoin sales guys at the bar, like guys who really want you in on Bitcoin. Like that's been happening for the last, like, I'd say, 5 to 7 years. And there's just like, you can always find one. There's always some guy who's ready to talk your ear off about Bitcoin.
There you go. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pat.
I for me, most interesting at a bar easily was I guess it was bartending in Charlottesville at the wine bar we all used to work at. And when you would order meat and cheese plates, which is very popular there, it would come with a basket of bread. And what do we know about bread at restaurants? You never get enough of it, right? Whenever I'm at a restaurant, someone brings bread, I'm always like, very shortly thereafter, I'm like, can we get some more bread? Right? So I'm used to that. Anyway, I put the meat and cheese down, and the guy says, I don't need the bread. That's what? You don't? Oh, okay. You don't need the bread. I took the bread away, and then started looking at the guy. I'm like, man, he's really handsome. This guy is very handsome, and he's in great shape, and he doesn't need the bread. And I said, sir, are you an actor? And he said, yes, I'm the Rocketeer's Billy Campbell. He's the Rocketeer. He's the fucking Rocketeer right there. So,
He doesn't need the bread.
so he didn't say I'm the Rocketeer's Billy Campbell, but he is the Rocketeer, and his name is Billy Campbell.
He's
And
going
he
to
was
be
a delight.
He's going to be using up too much gas on his jetpack if he's heavy. He's got to stay
No
trim.
carbs. No
Yeah,
carbs
get
for Billy
in space.
Campbell. So we
Unless you
text
don't
now
wanna
every
talk
once in a
about it, I
while.
don't know. What's your...
One time I was at a bar with my girlfriend in Houston, and she mentioned that she had been like in Austin one time, and this guy, this like an Ozzy Osbourne lookalike, followed her around with her like all night, was like kind of like stalking her and her girlfriends, and she saw him at this bar in Houston. She's like, I cannot believe he's here. So me being the asshole I am, I went up to him and invited him to come back and sit at our table.
Oh, no.
And we got hammered with this guy. Turned out to be a really nice guy. Still pretty creepy, but I just mortified my girlfriend because I was like,
you were rolling the dice there.
Yeah.
Wow, you chose chaos. My wife and I were at a bar in Florida. We were home for like Christmas a couple years back, killing some time, hanging out with some friends, and then they had to go do some things. We were on our way to our parents' house. We had a couple hours ago, so we went to a day bar in the afternoon, and some guy sidles up to us. It's like football's on and stuff, and he starts talking to us. He's about 50 years old, telling us his life story about how he just divorced his wife and he just moved here and it's the best thing he's ever done. He's got 2 daughters with her that he still loves, but he's out and hooking up with people and just doing, and all of a sudden, like, it's just going crazy. And then my wife finally picks up on it about 20 minutes in, and she's like, this guy's a fucking Scientologist. Like, he's basically recruiting us to Scientology. There's a big Scientology plant nearby Tampa, and she finally calls him out on it. At first we thought, like, is this guy trying to like do a threesome? Like, what is his deal? And eventually she was like, you're a Scientologist, sir, and we're not interested. And he just shut up immediately.
Oh, so here's one. Here's a specific conversation I had when I first got a fake ID. I was out at a bar down at LSU, and I was by myself because none of my friends at the time had a fake ID, and I just randomly was there when Alex Ovechkin was getting drafted to the Capitals. And like randomly, I have no idea who the fucking guy was, but he just was like, so in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, there was some random super knowledgeable guy about hockey who was there. And it was explaining to me that like this was going to be game changing for the Capitals. And he was right, obviously.
Yeah, that's a good one. That guy was on the ball.
Yeah.
All right, next
More
one.
like on the puck, am I right?
On the puck. You're right. That's true. That was stupid of me. All right, ready for this next one? I'm going to go number 2. See if I can go 2 for 2.
Hey, Mark, Pat, Will, and Wes. This is Andrew from Baton Rouge. Wes, today is Thursday, September 2nd, and I just heard you, talking about that stupid fucking congressman from Oklahoma saying it's kind of akin to someone not evacuating from a storm. And, you gave the little disclaimer like, oh, if you're old or if you can't get out, like, whatever. But, like, I don't know. I think that's kind of unfair. There are a lot of people who don't have family or their entire families are from New Orleans or Lafourche Parish.
Okay.
Or Plaquemines or wherever.
All South
And
Louisiana.
they can't afford to get out. Because if you think about it, someone left like Jefferson Parish, like in Kenner and Metairie, or left Homa, Thibodaux, LaPlace, Grand Isle, whatever, they might not be able to afford to go to Lafayette, Lake Charles, Houston, Shreveport, Mobile, whatever, and spend, a week in a hotel. They might not have a car. They might not have family elsewhere to support them. And so, yeah, a lot of them do need to be safe. And that just I know I'm kind of rambling here, but it's really frustrating to see the lack of coverage that this has gotten nationally, that Ida has gotten nationally, and, even from y'all covered it a little bit, but, like, there are certain places here where it's like a fucking war zone down in Homa and LaPlace. People are getting shot in New Orleans. Like, there's a lot of just crazy shit happening, and no one seems to really be covering it or even diving into the good stories of people helping people like the Cajun Navy. I don't know. That's all I had to say. Sorry for the rant. Love you guys. Love cheating on the news with you. Have a great fucking day.
There you go.
Jesus
we do talk
Christ,
about
Wes.
We do talk about the Cajun.
Yeah,
Navy
Wes,
a lot,
what the
but-
fuck, man?
Wes,
Listen.
Jesus.
He knows that I understand that there are people that can't afford to fucking get out. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that can get out, that just choose, like, well, we're just going to ride it out. No big deal. I'm talking about those fucking idiots. I understand. Look, if you're like, okay, if there's a helicopter and maybe they should be
Where do
like,
where do you draw the line, Wes?
right, he's right. There's certain people that can't fucking afford to leave. They can't afford to, they don't have
It's like
family.
he's
I
saying their
get
whole
that.
family's in the flood
I
zone,
get that.
basically.
I get that. I understand
what
that.
kind
and
of
it sucks.
income are you going to put on it? $45K a year? What are we talking for someone?
I think we all know how much,
Okay.
I think we all know.
A fire. People that don't evacuate when there's a fire coming might be a better analogy.
Look, if there's like a helicopter and there's like two people, like there's a guy on a roof, the helicopter should be like, hey, is that your car in the driveway? Okay, well, I'll be back for you then.
I will say it was a big
like that.
soapboxy. I almost asked you live, what's your policy on vaccines when you went through your little.
Well,
rant
Wes is a
about
big time
how
victim.
selfish
Shane.
they
The only
are.
reason
No,
I-
they're
Wes-
bringing-
Wes-
you're bringing public health stress to everyone else.
If you're the
How you
victim
feel
of a
about
scenario,
vaccines,
Wes wants to be sure you have tried every possible way to get out of it
That's
before
what,
he gives
though?
you any credit.
That's right.
I bet you, unless it was a Cat 5, if Wes and I were like living together in our 20s, we would have fucking ridden it out.
You're absolutely right. We would have. I never said I wasn't a hypotcrite.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hey, but
But-
Andrew, I will say this. I will say that we did cover Hurricane Ida at least 2 or 3 days this week.
Yes.
I wanted to share the pictures from Connor Snoga, who we announced the other day. He's not in the Cajun Navy, but he's going to help people like the Cajun Navy does. Also, I saw a story that the Cajun Navy put out a GoFundMe for just $1,000, and they got to like 100,000 like immediately. So yes, it's a tough time for South Louisiana right now. People getting shot in New Orleans, looting after hurricanes. That's a sad reality. It happens all the like any bad storm, sadly, anywhere that gets hit real bad, looting definitely goes down, and that sucks, to Andrew's point.
Yes.
But I would say that like we are trying to cover the positive side of it, and hopefully next week we'll have some pictures to share from anybody who pitched in.
Yeah, we didn't cover Tennessee floods enough. You know, we did cover Ida. We didn't know about the New York thing until after we were done recording the other day. We talked about it on Florida Man Friday. We talked about at the beginning of the show. We're heartbroken over all that stuff.
Ida's going to be a deadly storm.
It is a fucking comedy show, so it's not like great to dwell on hurricanes the whole show. So I'll say that much. Like that's not fun.
Right,
but
Ida will be
okay.
bad, mostly in the Northeast though.
Ida's bad. Yeah, and then update on one of the stories we did cover related to Ida, the Mississippi. News reporter who was on the beach and got accosted by that guy, and the middle-aged guy's like, report the news, report the weather accurately.
Yeah, that guy
got a warrant for his arrest because he aggressively attacked the guy on camera, so he's gonna get arrested.
And asking someone to report the weather accurately is kind of the exact opposite of what weathermen do, you know. And weatherwomen, excuse me. But hey, the Cajun Navy is easily one of our favorite things in this great country, so we'll talk about it next week for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole week on Hurricane Ida. Is that what everyone wants?
Yeah.
No,
Andrew, we're not going to do that, but we do love Go Tigers, South Louisiana.
Everyone stay safe.
Sorry, I didn't mention every caveat of people that can't get out.
Sorry, the Raging Cajuns, I guess, have been
also
floating around the FBS since 1971. I don't know who they've been playing, but
he was mad at you, Wes.
Take that grain of salt too, because Wes did admit that if he was 25 and drinking again, he would definitely just stay in his apartment.
Of course, not now. Not now. Now that I'm much more responsible. Yeah.
Dial up some hurricanes.
All right, here we go. Next one.
What up, guys? It's Matt from Vermont. I'm about 10 episodes in and fucking love this shit anyway. Listen, fantasy football is upon us, and I was kind of wondering what are some of the funniest usernames you've ever heard? Personally, mine right now, my personal one is Fake Taxi, and then I'm trying to think of one for my company, which I'm trying to be semi-professional to professional. So if you have any ideas, send them my way. I was thinking like JFK car ride or some shit, but let me know. Thanks. Bye.
Wow, that's aggressive. Wait, what the fuck does Fake Taxi mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean like the bang bus?
I don't know. Fake Taxi.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know if we're getting pranked. I like Googled it. I was like Fake Taxi fantasy football, and a bunch of like Premier League things came up. So I don't know if he's talking about that type of fantasy. But
no, it's a porn series.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good. Yeah. That's what I was thinking that it would be. Okay. Good.
But how is that a fantasy football name?
Well, because he's just like he's saying he's going to bang everybody that gets on his Fake Taxi.
Okay. It's a European thing.
Anybody who wants to hop on that Fake Taxi, they're going to get banged out.
I would go bait bus.
Driver.
Bait bus over Fake Taxi.
Yeah.
You mean bait car?
Bait bus?
Bait bus or bait car?
Well, you remember Bang Bus?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you remember its little brother Bait Bus?
No.
You don't remember Bait Bus?
No.
Bait Bus was Bang Bus, except they'd pick a dude up and be like, "You're gonna bang this chick," and then they'd blindfold him, and then he'd bang a dude. It was called Bait Bus.
No way.
Yeah,
that existed.
No way.
Might want to Google that.
Holy
it was all fake.
It was all fake. So it was just gay porn.
Well, just like Bang Bus was fake. Yes.
Well, all porn.
It's just gay porn. It's just gay porn, Wes.
It's just gay porn.
You guys ever watch Bait Bus?
I'm not gonna Google that.
Might want to Google that.
Didn't see Bait Bus. Yeah, Fake Taxi makes sense.
Guy's like, man, this hole's tight. And
I like
Seeing
Mark's.
this is crazy.
Mark's old one, Trail of Beers. That's an aggressive one, but also hilarious.
Plaxico Burr's leg is one that I've always wanted to.
Trail of Beers was a classic. I had to retire and it got a little too politically incorrect eventually, but Trail of Beers was great. And look,
Trail of Beers is a lot
no disrespect to the Native Americans. I just leave a Trail of Beers in my wake, you know?
Right. Trail of Beers is a lot like the movie Blazing Saddles. It was there was an eventuality that you knew it was going to get canceled with PC culture eventually.
Right. Yeah.
There's an event worse than my fantasy name is there's an actual event called the Trail of Beers where people like dress up like Native Americans and get hammered at bars.
Oh, that's definitely worse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot worse. Worse.
Trail of Beers is great. My go-to, just because LSU, the Gorillas. gorillas, but with
There you
go at the beginning. So
Like,
but that's not
Tigers,
that's not
go
aggressive.
Willis. Yeah.
That's not aggressive like you're wanting. You're wanting something nasty.
Yeah.
I used to have a team, the Pants Monsters, which obviously just means big dicks. You know what I mean? Pants Monsters.
Patrick Ewing's tape. Same tape his dick.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, there you have it.
I don't know how fake taxi has anything to do with fantasy football. You're supposed to do like a play on a football player's name, right? Like I did one once about the guy on the Bengals.
Somewhere over Dwayne Bowe was in every league for like
I always
5
went.
years.
I went super offensive all the time. I did the one. Was it Chris Henry or the Bengals guy that fell off of the truck when he was in a domestic dispute and died?
Oh
with his
yeah.
girlfriend? And I did like a Chris Henry's truck or something like that the next year.
Wow, that is vicious.
Yeah, it was vicious. So don't fuck with me.
Well, Mark is the voodoo priest.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's do the next one. I wasn't prepared. Keep talking for like 15 seconds.
Oh,
guys.
well,
Chris Henry's truck.
I don't even know if it was
think of-
Chris Henry. It might have been someone else.
It was something like that.
He was having a mental breakdown.
He
Chris
was.
Henry's
I know.
mental breakdown.
Well,
He was
yeah, he
having
fell
a-
out. He was on the back of a truck.
He was
and he wasn't.
he was
let go.
flipping out, screaming at his girlfriend, like punching the glass.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
What's up, homies? Gonna keep it short and sweet. Great job as always. Hey, listen, let's get Mr. Eric Trump back on the show. Why don't you guys hook him up and do another interview? I'd love to hear his thoughts and comments about the current fuckery happening in this damn country with, our spineless president. Anyways, shit. By now, I mean, we can make Pat president and make it the United fucking States of Communist America, and Pat would do a better job than what the fuck is going on now. Anyways, I was just thinking about that. We haven't heard from Mr. Trump in a while, so let's make it happen. Hey, guys, have a great fucking day. Bye.
I think he meant Donald Trump Jr.
Donald Trump Jr.
Yes.
Clear it up. We haven't had Eric on.
We
For
would.
good reason.
We've had Don Jr. on twice though. Good guest. Likes to talk a lot, just like his pops.
Yeah, he dominates.
Yeah, he's a big talker. I'm sure we're gonna have a big list of guests running up to the 2022 midterms. And in the meantime, we haven't
More guest
really,
period.
We haven't really been hitting a ton of, or like reaching out to a ton of politicians.
I don't see a need for Donnie Jr. right this second. Maybe during the election season.
Yeah, I'd have him on again.
Yuri, yeah, he's a great guest. Yuri probably above Don Jr. right now because he's fucking an ashtray. But we need more guests in general.
An ashtray.
Bethany Lyon.
He left a second voicemail that he said, you don't have to. Yeah, she grew him back, huh? He left a second voicemail that he said we didn't have to play where he just cursed out Biden for like 40 seconds, calling him every word under the book.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of people are feeling that way. We have covered the approval ratings. So you're not alone. Don't worry about that. No, I think that for sure. I would definitely, I'd like to talk to everybody on the lead up to
pretty
the
much
next,
anyone
the
on, right?
2022s.
We've had people on all sorts of sides, libertarian, everything. We've had the guy that Rick whatever that thought little mosquitoes were flying around giving people COVID. Yeah, like we'll have anyone on.
I will say that it's a little early right now. Like say it's still 2021. And I think that Biden has I personally agree, done a completely horrible job. But it is a little early for the next election cycle, I think, to be jumping to too many conclusions in terms of what it's going to look like next year. And so, with the political guests, it's probably not a huge priority just today, just because it's so far away from the next cycle.
Right.
But yeah, for sure. Let's have Don Jr. on. Let's have whoever else, whoever wants to come on and talk.
Yeah. Anyone else with recommendations or whatever,
or hookups. Yeah.
Hookups. All right. Anything from you, Pat, on that one? Are you good?
I mean, yeah, I would do a better job than Joe Biden. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. Here we go. Next one. This one's pretty good.
What's up, boys? This is Josh from Ohio. I actually have an ivermectin story. My wife, she works for a company that buys grain from farmers, and they sell it off to manufacturers and factories to have it turned into oil and whatever else. But she had a customer call in one day and just making small talk, somehow led to COVID talk. And the guy, he goes, so I took some of that ivermectin stuff for the COVID, and it worked out pretty good. And my wife, being in the ag industry for over a decade now, knew exactly what it was. And she goes, ivermectin, like the horse antibiotic. Yep, that's the stuff that you buy from Tractor Supply. Yep, that's actually where I got it. You've been using horse antibiotics for yourself. Yep, sure have. It worked out pretty good. So if you didn't think that there were actually people out there taking horse antibiotics to try to treat COVID, sure is. Anyways, have a great fucking day.
Not just the human version, Wes.
Yeah.
People are out there taking.
I never said that people weren't taking the horse one. I know they are.
No, yeah, that was my beef with Rogan's thing. Is
He encouraged it almost.
Well, there are tablets for humans, but trust me, tablets for humans are require prescription. He absolutely spiked people that are going to be taking stuff they got from fucking Tractor Supply.
Yeah, what does he have stock in ivermectin? The fucking prick. Yeah, that was a funny one though.
I did see a hilarious meme though earlier today where it was the Arnold, it was the handshake meme, and it was Dutch and what was Carl Weathers' character?
Carl Weathers. Well, just Carl Weathers.
Call him Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Dutch, it was their handshake and Predator, and it was the handshake was taking drugs intended for horses, and Carl Weathers was liberals, and Arnold was Republicans, and Arnold's was ivermectin, and Carl Weathers was ketamine, because technically true.
Special K.
When I say his name, you guys are gonna be so pissed. It's Dylan.
Dylan. That's what it is. Damn.
I see you've been pushing papers too long, Dylan.
Dutch is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Dutch is Schwarzenegger. Okay. Dylan, he's been pushing too many pencils at the CIA.
He's been pushing too many pencils. All right, last one, y'all. Here we go. It's Pat's favorite subject.
Hey, boys, what's up? Been a listener for a long time. Was not able to make this green room session, but I wanted to share my poop story. / embarrassing bathroom story. It's actually pretty recent. I was actually recently in the LL Bean outlets and that whole area in the Lake George, New York area with my girlfriend. Nice. And while we were walking around, I had to take a massive dump. So we're walking around the outlet area. It's all inside. We're trying to find the bathrooms. And I spot a boy, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, just walking out of a bathroom. So I automatically assume that it's the men's room. I'm sure you can see where this is going. And I walk in, and you go down a hallway and a little left like you do sometimes, and I see the sinks and then the stalls. So I go in, close the stall, and proceed to take my dump. And I still couldn't tell by the click-clack of the female shoes that it was not indeed the men's room. And I take a fat deuce, and I just gas out some woman. I hear her cough, make a comment.
The coughing is classic.
Yeah.
But still, I hadn't picked up that it was the women's room. So after I finish, I open the stall door and don't see any women in the bathroom. And I wash my hands and leave. And as I'm leaving, my girlfriend is sitting on a bench across from the entrance to the restroom. And this girl in her 20s comes around the corner to go in the bathroom and asks if it's the women's room. At that point, oh damn, it finally clicked. I had just taken an absolute heater, a creamy behemoth in the female restroom.
Is it a creamy behemoth?
Yeah, that's the women's restroom. As I look and see the female sign on the wall, and as we're quickly walking away, my girlfriend goes, "Alex, you didn't realize that little boys of younger age will go in the bathroom with their moms, especially if their dad isn't with them?" And I knew that, but I just hadn't put 2 and 2 together. And so that is probably my most embarrassing bathroom story, at least recently that I can remember.
You've got better ones than
Not
that.
ideal. So just tell hardback to listeners, just take a look at the sign real quick.
Yeah.
Save yourself some embarrassment.
Yep.
All right. Have a good day, boys.
So Will, you missed it. The green room. There was 7 or 8 stories. Adam, if you're listening, you won. Adam was at a high school party, and the parents at the house would let the kids party in the yard, but they wouldn't let them in the house because they were raging animal, so the kids would have to go pee and poop out back. And one of his good friends, Bobby D, took a dump out back during the afternoon.
Classic.
And then later in the night, Adam thought it was funny if he would blow up the poop with firecrackers, so he grabbed the firecracker, but it was a short wick instead of a long wick, and he lit it, and the poop blew up in his face, and he had poop all over his face. And they called him Shitface for a couple of years. So Adam won the free T-shirt.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
some good
great.
ones. Yeah.
Mark, did you tell the story about the Golden Corral?
Oh no, you want to tell it?
Oh my
You want to tell it? Well, go for it.
Sure. So one time, Mark and I were.
First of all, everyone's like the Golden Corral poop story. Brace yourself.
So I'm like, I forget what had happened. It was like getting car work done near Virginia Tech.
Tire was broken.
Tire or
Flat?
something, yeah.
something.
And you had to get like a new phone or something, right?
Mhm.
Something like that. So we both had to go to this like strip mall this one day near Virginia Tech. And there was a Golden Corral there. So I was getting like car work done. Mark, we could go over like this phone store, deal with whatever's going on. And then there's still time left, obviously, when your car's getting worked on. So we go over the Golden Corral. Like, oh, let's hit the buffet. It was midday, so happened to be the time that the
Early bird catches the worm.
Yeah, the early bird's there with us. So Mark and I are eating with all the early bird specials people. And as you do a Golden Corral, it's a buffet. You have a few meals, you get a little full, and you got some time to kill. Maybe you go take a crap. You're not home. You're just okay. So Mark and I both have to take a crap at the same time. We're both in there.
How many stalls were there, Will?
Happened to be 2 stalls. Bathroom was totally empty when we went in, which, so we just said, oh, that's fortunate. Gonna do a little battle shit session here, finish it up, and be done. Turns out, shortly after we had started pooping in this Golden Corral, an elderly man, one of the early bird specials, really needed to make a bowel movement. And so he came running into the bathroom and started jiggling the handles on both doors.
Aggressively, yeah.
Both taking shits. Mid-shit.
Someone's in here, sir.
Can't wrap it up. Yeah, there was lots of, oh, sorry. We're in here. And then we heard him just start moaning outside the doors, just and then
Yeah, it sounded
look
like
below.
the old guy in Beavis and Butthead.
Then you look below the stall door, and there was just turds falling out of his pant leg onto the ground.
He just started crapping outside.
Just
of the
started
stalls.
crapping his pants in the floor directly in front of where both of us were shitting, and we just watched as the turds fell to the ground. Wiped, and then got out of there and awkwardly didn't look him in the eye while he ran and sprinted into one of the stalls.
He was at a table of like 20 80-year-olds. Felt horrible because he had to go back to like a large group of people.
I'm
It's like
just
a bus. He was
watching.
probably like on like a bus. It looks
I'm
like
just-
a bus scenario.
I'm just watching Pat the whole time, knowing that it's the last show, and we're just keeping him to tell
Yeah.
more shit stories.
It was on the shit story. That's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Unless anyone else have one?
I'll let Pat go.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thanks for tuning in. Remember that voicemail number is 512-270-1480, or you can leave a voice memo on your phone and email it to
Hard Factor voicemail at gmail.com.
There you go. And definitely let's get some more 5-star reviews, por favor, so we can read them. What else? Anything big coming up? We'll try to get Yuri on. We're going to come up with a plan for Fit Boy and Fat Boy Fall.
I
like
mean,
you heard,
interviews,
the
Fatathon.
Yeah.
But I mean, football
Green room
season is
football
back,
season.
so
Enjoy football this weekend, everyone, or whatever you're doing. And most importantly, have a great fucking day and weekend.